I just want to tell you about the day of the actual literacy test. So on the test day, the start time, most schools in Ontario start right at 9 o'clock. At CIS, we do things a little bit differently. So we will consult with the campus program leader to find out the start time. I know traditionally it starts at 9:15. Each booklet is 75 minutes. Unless you have other accommodations, then you may have up to twice that time. Okay? But just for standard writers, you have 75 minutes, so an hour and 15 minutes. You have a 15-minute break, and then you come back and you write booklet 2. Big thing to remember is that you are not alone, and what's kind of cool even is that when we are writing the test at CIS, everybody in Ontario is writing the exact same test at the same time. Little tips. You may not have iPods, MP3 players, cell phones, any kind of technological device with you. And I know it's painful to be separated from these things, but you just can't do it because it's a formal exam. What we typically do at CIS is we collect them into big manila envelopes and stash them in the principal's office and return them back to you. We keep them very safe. Now it says here keep them in your locker, but we don't have lockers. Really, really important is that you eat before the test. You must have energy and you cannot function without it. And something substantial. And again, it's a beautiful CIS world. Chances are we will get you breakfast. When you show up, there will probably be fruit trays and juice and bagels and cream cheese. And a little hint from me is that a little bit of caffeine, not a full-on Red Bull, but a cup of coffee will actually stimulate your brain. So drink up. On the test day, you are absolutely not allowed to leave the room once the test has started. So go to the washroom before the test starts. There is a break halfway through, so it's really no different than a regular class that starts at 9 and ends at 10:15. You may only write in blue or black pens, and you can also use pencil. The notes on this screen say bring at least 3 pens or pencils, but again, at CIS, we'll probably just give them to you. Writing the test, do not use any offensive language, not even things that you think are a little low-key. The markers will not mark it. They will, I've heard the stories over and over again, they get thrown out. So it doesn't mean that your whole test won't be marked, but that portion of the test will not be marked. Writing the test, again, each section has 75 minutes unless you have accommodations and you have double that time. You cannot speak to whatever teacher's in the room with you, so do not ask for help unless it's an emergency. So if there's a page missing or you're having a heart attack, teachers cannot help. We can actually get fired. Okay. Each booklet must be finished in 75 minutes, or if you have double, within that double time. You cannot continue a booklet after you have had a break. Okay. Booklet 1 gets collected after the first block of time, whether it's 75 minutes or double that. Okay, so be very clear. When you think you're done, go back over and make sure you haven't missed any questions. Anything that you thought maybe you were confused about, now that you're done and in a calmer state of mind, just reflect on it and then decide that you're done. Writing the test, after the second 75 minutes, you'll be given a questionnaire. It talks about your literacy, reading, and writing habits. It's not marked, but it does give the scorers and the people who write the test a little bit of feedback about who we are. So please do it and take it seriously. Just a quick review of what is on the literacy test. Of course, we have other videos going into detail about these, but very quickly, you will be given short writing tasks, either based on your own opinion or the readings. State your opinion clearly. Okay. Reword the question, provide evidence from the text or yourself. Please remember the magic number 3. Give 3 reasons or 3 pieces of evidence from the text. Look at the text and use words directly from it. The news report, it's a major writing piece. You will be given a picture and a title. You have to make your writing fit the picture and the title. Remember the 5 W's and the H. You also need 2 quotations and lots of details. Use names, places. The series of paragraphs, otherwise known as the essay. Remember the 5-paragraph essay format. You have an introduction where you have your statement of opinion or a thesis, and you list your 3 arguments. In your body, you should have 3 paragraphs in your body to further more extensively develop your arguments. You need a topic sentence. You need supporting details. This is evidence. This is where you say things like, for example. You need a concluding sentence that explains why your evidence was important. Repeat this step 3 times. For people who are familiar with Colleen's system, there's your point, evidence, explanation, good old P system. Conclusion. Your final and 5th paragraph, restate your opinion, restate the arguments, and give the reader some advice based on your opinion. Keep it relevant. Final thoughts. The test is a big deal and you should take it seriously. However, if it doesn't work out, oh well, because then you can take the literacy course, and the good news is that can either be a grade 11 English for you, or it can just be an elective. So whatever works out for you, it helps you graduate no matter what happens. Good luck. Final thoughts, just in your own head. If you don't have to do a journal entry, but think to yourself, how do you feel about the literacy test? Are there any parts that worry you? And what parts do you think that you're going to do well on? It would be good to discuss this with your English teacher or another supportive teacher in the building to help guide you through your practice. Thanks, folks, and good luck.